Welcome to the Rebel Scum Podcast, your favorite hive of scum and villainy since 2016. From rankings to odds making, we talk, debate, list, and laugh our way through everything Star Wars. Want to support the rebellion? Join us on Patreon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a transmission. Now, here are your hosts, Brock and James.
You're always scum. Rebel Scum.
Boom! Rebel Scum. Happy New Year. Episode 391. I'm Brock. This is... Who's muted? What a way to start the year.
New Year, baby! It's me, James, your New Year's baby.
It's Rebel Scum Podcast. We're here to talk Star Wars. And,
Nope.
We're here to talk...
Not today. We gotta talk Stranger Things finale before we get anything. 2 out of 10. It completely sucked.
Sure.
Completely. You know what? I saw someone say something to me that I didn't see. So they actually said it to me directly, but they said that the It finale was better than the Stranger Things finale, and my response was, I think the Stranger Things season 1 finale was better than the both finales. It's a lot different to wrap up an entire series than it is one season of a show. And that's why we did our ranking on shows, on the Star Wars shows a couple years ago on Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. And the rule was we can only rank season 1 of each show because you can't compare Andor season 2 to Ahsoka season 1. You can't, you can't compare them. And they're very different. So yeah, I just thought you were very excited about the Stranger Things finale.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised we're doing the show now. So did you watch episode 9? Did it end? And are you satisfied with the new ending?
There is no episode 9.
What?
That doesn't make sense. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know if you saw Raw this week, but they were hinting at it in Raw. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, they're like Stranger Things and WWE. You're like, oh, cool. What are they gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Just have,
really?
like they had it. It was like if you watch wrestling and you like Stranger Things, you're like, oh, that was fun. But none of the cast were there. Nobody dressed up like a character per se. Like I think like they had like the van from season 5. They had like Surfer Boy Pizza. They had like things that look like vines from the Upside Down, like on the barriers around the ring, and like everything was like red and black, whatever. It was like it's cool. Like if you're like, yeah, I like Stranger Things, but it's like it's not. It didn't like. It almost had nothing to do with it. It's just like it's only because like Netflix has a deal with them. So I was like, you should. Talk about the show.
They should have had every camera upside down for the whole wrestling.
Oh, they did do that one.
I heard there were signs in the audience that said like "Wake up, Mike" and stuff, and I was like, "All right."
I didn't see any of those.
Of course, you're sleeping. You are under my control of Vecna.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into Star Wars, I will say one thing because I said this before we started recording that I thought somebody said was kind of cool on Instagram. I don't know who it was, so I can't give them credit. Because everybody said episode 9 was a secret episode 9. But if you look, there's a lot of like cool, like the basis around it is kind of cool. Like the little hints that they have out there. The easiest one is obviously if you haven't seen the finale, spoilers, so whatever. Don't watch this part. Wait.
Will is gay.
Whoa! But their graduation gowns are all orange.
Yeah.
It's like they're like prisoners, but then they're all sitting in a certain way, and the people behind all the main characters at graduation all have Vecna's glasses on. There's like a lot of little cool like things that if you pay attention, you're like, you people are all psychotic. You have way too much time on your hand. But one person brought up there's a documentary coming out on the 12th.
Yeah.
The making of the last season. And he was like, what if they do a new Nightmare? And that documentary is the secret episode 9, and Vecna goes after the actual cast. And I'm like, that will never happen, but also you should make that happen. Just make it happen. I would be all in on that. I love the idea.
I'm all in for more Stranger Things. I'm ready to watch that cartoon that'll come out later this year. And then like I don't know if you saw like they're already announcing that the Duffer Brothers are working on a new thing, and it's like but like I saw a thing where it was like it's going to take place in the Stranger Things world, but it's not going to have it upside down. It's not going to be in the States. It's not going to have any of the same characters.
Well, it might be. I think it's in the States, it's just not Hawkins. It's going to be about that rock that Henry finds. The rock.
That's the only. Sorry, that's the only connection. What the thing I read says it takes place in the UK.
Okay, well, I don't know. Well, anyway, who cares? The thing. Look, let's be real, bro.
Yeah.
You saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Eventually, they're just gonna be like, we're just making a Harry Potter prequel. Like it's gonna. Like I think it's gonna. I think we're gonna. I think that show's gonna be about Dr. Brenner's father.
Yeah.
And he's Dr. Brenner.
But you make a good point. Like if like this like possible 9th episode. It doesn't make sense when you watch the last episode because you're like, this wraps everything up. But like that's just a disrespect to the cast, the filmmakers, the viewers. But if the actual episode count of this season had been 10 episodes, and then they're like, there's another episode, it's the 11th episode, I'd be all in. that's how quickly you can sell me on something. It's like the last episode that's a secret episode is the 11th episode.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they should have done that. I don't know if they screwed up.
They
screwed up. I know that they're doing another. They have another show coming out called The Burrows as well with Alfred Molina, and it's about like a group of like adults who go back to their hometown to find a monster or something. I don't look. You had me at monster. You mean it? It sounds like Well, I mean, Stranger Things was all Stephen King too, right?
Yeah,
that's how it started. I don't know if it ended that way. But it started. You know more Stephen King than I do, but it always was like it's Stephen King. I'm like, I don't know, sure. Anyway, that's come and gone. Good riddance, Stranger Things.
Yeah, get out of here.
Suck. You're garbage. Nobody even watched it. My favorite thing is everyone's like, I hated Volume 2. It sucked. Netflix has its biggest New Year's Day of all time from people watching it.
Yeah.
Okay. The movie theaters were jam-packed. Every screening in North America was sold out. But you ruined it.
I mean, don't quote me on this. I just saw it on Instagram today. It's like DeJoe's one of his singles is now the top thing over Taylor Swift.
Yeah, if somebody wrote down he beat Vecna, the Mind Flayer, and Taylor Swift all in 1 week.
And it's like you can say that like you don't like Stranger Things, but like I think a majority of people are like, I will give my attention to Stranger Things, like it or hate it, for like this week. Ron's probably losing his mind. He's like, when are we gonna talk about Kathleen Kennedy?
Kathleen Kennedy, you're out of here. Get out of here. We haven't checked the board in a while, and this I guess we don't have to anymore. Actually, we still do because this is still.
I mean, we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Sure.
You ready?
No. Okay. Well. Okay. And check the board.
Check the board.
Yeah.
You're
retired. I'm going to put the article up on the screen that we can read.
Yeah.
It's not the article. It's from Star. I'm going to put the Star Wars Newsnet thing up.
Yeah.
If I can find it now. Oh no, I can't find it. I just had it and then I accidentally closed it when we started. So anyway, she I don't know if you remember, but 8 years ago, The Last Jedi came out, and a section of the fandom decided that they hated The Last Jedi, rightly or wrongly.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've had to hear that she was going to get fired. For 8 years straight, we have heard that Kathleen Kennedy is going to get fired. Turns out not to be the case. She never was fired for 8 straight years, although people made a lot of money on YouTube claiming she would be. Made a lot of money claiming she would be. But here's the article on Star Wars Newsnet. Look at these people right here. Look at these rich people. They're all Kathleen Kennedy to announce exit this month. Dave Filoni and Lin-Wyn Brennan to succeed. And we'll scroll down. This is from Matthew Bellani of Puck News. It's all behind a paywall, but they were kind enough to pay for us, Brock. Filoni and Brennan become Jedi Masters at Lucasfilm. In the next week or two, Disney will finally confirm what we've all known for months. Kathleen Kennedy is indeed stepping down as Lucasfilm president, and Dave Filoni, currently the chief creative officer of Star Wars Unit, will be elevated into the top job. Simon Hall's Kennedy personal publicist has already set up her cushy exit interview. I'm sure the Pulitzer Committee is standing by for that piece of journalism. Filoni has never really been a traditional executive, so they're giving him a partner in Lin-Win Brennan, currently president and general manager of Lucas Business, but he'll be the decider on the creative direction of the franchise and in film, television, and any other platforms in the galaxy. Yeah. So that is the scoop, I guess you could call it. It's still just a rumor. One, we get Christmas, New Year's, Easter, and Kathleen Kennedy stepping down. These are all rumors we get weekly or year annually. But your thoughts on this scoop?
It's like weird that it'll probably happen the next few weeks. It's like, then it's not news. Like when it happens, like I understand when they do these things, the decision's made and it's like just a matter of waiting for putting all the things to do it. But it's just so weird that it's not official yet. And I'm like, I in a world where Puck News, is that what it was called? Puck News?
Puck News, big scoopers and Puck News, yes.
Is that some satellite?
You know what? Puck has scoop stuff. They've had a lot of hits and misses.
Yeah,
but they're the typical we know more than you do. One thing I don't like of that article is the snarky little I'm sure the Pulitzer winning blah blah. I'm like, okay, well,
yeah, it's just I don't want to hear from a hypothetical person. I want to read from a press release. So when there's a press release, I'll believe it. I believe she's probably retiring. She's of an age that should probably
70 something.
Yeah, you just retire. And I'm also, it feels like a non-news thing. He's like, Dave Filoni's taking over. I'm like, yeah, no doy. It's just it's like you're saying George Lucas is coming back. I'm like, okay.
That's the thing that drives me nuts though, is remember 5 years ago, everyone was like, Dave Filoni should be in charge of Lucasfilm.
Oh.
And then they were the Book of Boba Fett came out and Acolyte came out and some other things that people didn't like came out. And they're like, he's the worst. Why would he? It's you dumbass. He's the only one. Okay, I don't know. He's probably not an executive, which is why you hook him up. It's like James Gunn and Peter Safran at DC. James Gunn is not an executive. He can't do the job. He has his ideas and he can probably put a thing. So he has the executive doing the work with him. And that's kind of what they're doing here. And I think the thing that Star Wars has been lacking, and I think I say this all the time, is they don't have any direction, right? They don't have their plan. Not direction, plan.
Yeah.
And the reason why they don't have a plan is they don't have a Kevin Feige person.
Yeah.
Who's this is the story for the next decade. They never had that. Yeah. I mean, Feige might not be the one that puts the story together, but he put a group of people together and being this is our story.
Yeah.
And they've never had that. And with Filoni in charge now, maybe they'll actually have that for the first time. And maybe you could see some kind of direction. Because we got Starfighter coming out, and it's that's great. And Mandalorian Grogu's coming on, that's great. But and look, you and I, we're gonna watch Star Wars no matter what.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, especially if it's something like Star Wars, you want it to feel like it's connected to Star Wars. You're not I know everyone wants Star Wars to be its own thing, and they can have all these different movies and stuff that aren't connected all over the place. Mm-hmm. But and I think I've said this before, it's you kind of have to earn to get to that.
Yeah.
And they haven't yet because we haven't had enough time together to drift off into other things to do that. And I think now with the rumor, if Filoni does that, then they can finally get to a point where you can start to go other places in the galaxy where no one's concerned about Luke and Leia and Han. And I'm still hearing Mark Hamill talk about Luke, Leia, and Han not reuniting in the movie. It's been a decade. A decade since The Force Awakens came out, and we're still talking about how they didn't reunite in those movies. I need a special edition where the three of them just kind of go hey, yo, Luke, what's up? He's I'm going to go to a planet. And he leaves. I need something because I'm so tired of it.
Yeah, Uh, it's just like I agree with you. Like they need a Feige to like not necessarily be at the wheel, but like have a plan. But it's just like you had a Feige now in Marvel, and everyone's like now that like post
Oh, he's the worst.
end game, it's like oh this is all terrible. It's like it's not terrible. Like I would argue I've watched most of the Marvel movies and shows and whatever. Like it's all really decent. There's like it's like at the very most it's like this is pretty good. Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. Nobody talks about Echo. I like that show. I thought it was great. But nobody talks about it. And what's the Moon Knight? Like that was a great show. Nobody talks about it. I don't know.
I think part of the problem with Marvel and Star Wars, not all of it, but a large part of it was when Iger left, and I think Iger kind of caused problems too. But anyway, I'm not in their rooms. I don't know. But when he left, there was that big like push on Disney Plus after he left by the Chapek, whatever his name is, that came in. He's like, more Disney Plus shows. And so Marvel was like, every character we have gets a show.
Yeah.
And Star Wars had a few. But the problem was there was no rhyme or reason to them.
Yeah.
They kind of just made them. And the big problem was like, because I always said for years about Marvel was Marvel could have a movie and it could be an okay movie. Like not a great movie. You're like, that was fine. But they had the next one ready to go, and they would do the end credit scene where they would get you excited for the next one. So even if you were just like, that was okay, you're like, the next one's coming. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Star Wars never had that, but Marvel always had that. But then once they started doing all of these shows, they got rid of that. Nothing was connected anymore, and they just flooded us with all these shows and material and content.
Yeah.
That they kind of got ahead of themselves. And then I haven't seen the Marvels yet, but like one of the complaints I keep hearing is that people are like, I had to do my homework, I had to watch this show and that show and then the movie. And it's like, and yeah, I mean, but even if that's not true, I think it felt that way from an outside, like I don't really care about, not for me, but other people, like it felt that way. Like if you see a character from a TV show, like, well, I didn't watch that show and I'm going to understand the movie, maybe not, so I won't go see it. And they got ahead of themselves with that, I think. But I don't think that was Feige, and I don't think that was Kathleen Kennedy. I think that is Disney being like, we want to sell more subscriptions to our streamer. You need to make anything. And quality went out the window, right? Like Hawkeye is the best Disney Plus show because it was
Nobody
Christmas.
talks about it.
Nobody talks about it, but it was Christmas time. Every time I would be like, this show's not really that good. They would play a Christmas song, and I'd be like, well, this is the best Marvel show I've ever seen. But like, yeah, they need, I think Marvel worked better when Feige was kind of left at his thing to do what he did. And hopefully Filoni gets that freedom. But I'm not sure if he will, though, to be honest, especially when you hear the hunt for Ben, the hunt for Ben October, the hunt for Ben Solo. When you hear about the hunt for Ben Solo, though, the way that they didn't let Lucasfilm really deal with it, who knows? Like Disney seems to be up Star Wars' butthole.
I don't know. It's just like I feel like I've said this before. When it comes to Marvel, it's like you can't criticize like there's too much and I don't like everything. It's like, well, sorry, the comic book industry, especially with Marvel, is like everything gets a title at some point, and there's probably too much. There's impossible to read everything. So like you can't. But like with Star Wars, it's just like it's too. I think Marvel and Star Wars, even though they're enmeshed in the idea of like nostalgia or being a kid when you watch or read it, but like Marvel was like they put out tons of content. I'm not talking about movies and TV shows. I'm talking about books. Like it's just like they already existed in a world where like we just had tons of stuff, and it's like sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad. And sometimes it's like life changing. Sometimes like we totally forget about it, right? And it gets retconned. Whatever. The Star Wars is just like it's too mired in our nostalgia. I was like, yes, would I love to see a Han, Luke, and Leia thing? Absolutely. It's impossible now, but it's just like I would love to. I would love George Lucas to like tell us why, why didn't we get like 10, 15 years after Star Wars when it is past cult following where it's like, this is a movie, this redefined sci-fi. Why didn't we get? And like, Don't tell me anything about like, oh, I wanted to wait for CG to be ready. I'm like, no, just make a new story. Your story was compelling.
I think Lucas was done with those characters and he wanted to move on to the prequels. And I think he had an idea for them beyond that, but people didn't like the prequel. Everyone forgets, nobody liked the prequels when they came out. There was like 5 of us that were like excited for them, and everybody else hated them. And if you don't believe me, like look it up. Like the internet might lie, but it's not like it's fact. People did not like the prequels when they came out. We have this weird revisionist history where like everyone loved no one liked anything George Lucas did, and he was tired and he left it. But I'll say this. So Bondage Brittany puts this in. For an industry that specializes in doing the most obvious mass-pleasing things, they'll never live down not doing the most obvious cultural crowd-pleasing thing in Star Wars with one less Han, Luke, and Leia. And here's the thing. I never really, personally, this is a personal thing. Everybody was probably different from me. But it never concerned me to have them on screen or not. I was always ready to move on to the new characters. But Mark Hamill in this new thing that is a podcast, whatever the hell he's talking on, he says he's brought it up to J.J. Abrams and said, hey, shouldn't we all have like the 3 of us on screen together? And J.J. Abrams said, it's not about you, it's about the new characters.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. And I just said, I'm okay with the new characters, and it wouldn't have bothered me if they weren't even in the movie, the original characters, because I'm not a real Star Wars fan. But the thing is that is part of, I think, like the mentality that was missing from JJ, especially when he's like, the Jar Jar's body is buried in the sands of Jakku. It's like, yeah, it's about the new characters, but maybe the send-off in that first movie needed to be stronger.
Yeah.
Even if it was 20 years in the past, or 10 years, whatever, not 20, I guess it could be. But even if we just got something to get us to the next step with those characters, people might have felt a little bit different about it. And the other thing too is you kill off Han, and then right away you kill off Luke, and then you have no choice but to kill off Princess Leia. So it's like it's like a punch in the face, and then a punch in the groin of the original. Because I think if you would have had that. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you would have had that moment at the beginning, a lot of the fandom would feel a little bit different about losing all 3. I think we all knew Han was going, but you would have felt a little bit different about all 3 of them. About all 3 of them going after that.
That's the thing. It's just like, yes, like we obsess over like these fictional worlds that we want to inevitably live in, but like, and then you have to deal with the fact that actors get old, actors pass away, actors don't want to be part of the project. So it's just like, I think new characters would have been fun. It's like how everyone's like, Wolverine always has to be Hugh Jackman, always. It's like, that's a bad idea. You want to know why?
Terrible.
Hugh Jackman will die, Wolverine lives forever. Like, it's just like, recast it, who cares? But yeah, I don't know. It's like the masses have to agree on something, but then the masses never agree, right? Like, it's sort of like, I'm trying to think of like an example of like where it's all kind of working when you try a new thing. It's like, I agree with Bondage Brittany. It's like, well, if you want the masses, the most obvious thing, do it. But it's just like, but do we want the most obvious thing? Because it's just sort of like Stranger Things last episode. Steve Harrington falls off the tower. It goes black, and then he gets caught. Sorry, he's saved. So it's just like, it's like the creators of the show are like, oh, we hear you, and we're gonna mess with you. Like, I prefer that because one, it's like that's a fun moment, especially if you're watching with a group of people that are all into it, which I'm sure at the movie theaters when they did that was awesome. But like, it's like, I do, as a fan, like the idea that the creators of the show are listening. I don't want them to, like, you know what I mean? It's like, we want you to hear what you want, but at the same note, we want to be shocked. It's like, which one is it? fan, whatever? What is it? What is it when you give into fans?
Oh,
fan.
No, I'm stuck at that.
Well, anyway, you know what I mean. It's like, so I don't know. We've said it on the show many times. Star Wars doesn't have to be X. Star Wars has many things. So it's like, as long as you hit those things in some fashion, it works. I would say Skeleton Crew is just as much a Star Wars as Empire Strikes Back. Come at me. I don't know.
That's why you don't know much about Star Wars.
I don't know a thing. 391 episodes.
I think yeah, I mean, I do think that my opinion aside, not having those three together ultimately was a mistake.
Yeah,
and
probably.
the reason why I say that is, again, it never crosses my mind personally when I watch any of those movies. Like, I'm never like, why aren't they together? But if you notice, because now everything is what Force Awakens was, which I don't know if that was the requel thing, right? It's not a remake, it's a sequel, but it's not like, which I think is smarter than doing a straight remake. But now when you watch these type of things, they make sure as hell to have the original cast together in like a somewhat optimistic fashion. Like, they always make sure to put them together. And I think a lot of people remember how Star Wars fans reacted, because Star Wars fans are off their rocker 9 times out of 10.
100%.
But when you're fans, there's a reason why. I think the important thing to remember, and you mentioned it kind of with Stranger Things, is you're a fan for a reason. And I think in the last episode of Stranger Things, you can kill a character like Steve off. It's tough, but I think you can. You don't have to, but you can. Like, I think you have the ability to there, but you have to know your fandom as well. And I think there are aspects of them that you have to respect and acknowledge, like you just said, like with that. Not all of it. Ugly Sonic worked. Shredder did not. Like, there's things that the fans get right and things that the fans get wrong.
Yeah.
But I think a moment like that, like, you have to, and I think Sean Levy, and this is why I think he's going to make a decent Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, it won't be Empire Strikes Back, but I think it'll be a good one. Is he said, talking about the finale of Stranger Things like 2 months ago when they started doing press for last season, he was like, we were cognizant of why fans like the series.
Yeah. And
we brought that into the finale. I think that's very important. It's like, you have to, like, you can pretend Star Wars is for everybody, but it's for Star Wars fans. It's not for everybody. It's for Star Wars fans. You don't cater everything to them, but you have to know why they like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then you can't really, and you have, if you want to get away from that in any direction, you have to, once again, earn it. You have to gradually get out of it. You can't just, we're shifting gears. It's now a Western. Well, I guess they did it with Mandalorian. but you know what I mean? Like, they can't just be like, it's not, it's this now. And people are like, well, what do you mean? That's not why I'm here. You go to Star Wars for a reason. You listen to your favorite band for a reason.
Yeah.
There's reasons why we gravitate to things. Yeah. And when you lose sight of that, that's what I'm trying to get at. But long-winded. Don't lose sight of what made you great.
Yeah. All we're chasing is that feeling of excitement when we're like, I found something and it's really cool. Right? It's like, that's what it is. Like I already mentioned DeJoe once in this podcast, but like in my Unwrapped, I got Joe Keery's like, thanks for liking the album or not Unwrapped, Wraps for Spotify. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I
gotta tell you, I'm pretty sure Spotify Wrapped is not legit.
It's not legit at all.
I'm like watching. I saw mine, and I know what's been played on Spotify in my house. I know it's toddler music. I know it's preschool music. I know what it is. And somehow, like, Enya, which my wife listened to in January, made the list. I'm like, there's no way Enya was played more than the wheels on the bus. I am confident of that. So Spotify, you know what? No, the Wiggles gave me a thanks for listening to the Wiggles. We don't listen to Wiggles that much. Just saying.
Where are the Wiggles?
I think they're Australia.
Yeah, they are.
Bye, Brisket Skywalker.
Bye.
To Kathleen Kennedy, I think.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Kathleen Kennedy's out of here. But ultimately, I think, anyway, the future of Star Wars relies in knowing who your fans are. And that's why I honestly, I think that's why Mandalorian worked the first season and second. Like, I think, like, if you think about it, the things that work, you're like, oh yeah, because it knows what Star Wars is. And I'm not like cater to fans, but cater to what Star Wars is. And when you start to make scrambled eggs out of pizza,
Mm-hmm.
it's not scrambled eggs anymore. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Just joking. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, good on Kathleen if she is retiring.
She's rich.
I would argue you could call this her era of Star Wars. And I think you would be. I think the argument will always be a stalemate because people will like certain things she was part of and some things she wasn't part of in the Star Wars landscape. But it's just it's like I don't know. It's just you can't please everyone, so it's like. I agree with you. It's like you got to know the fan base, but then the fan base doesn't know what the fan base wants, and we're part of the fan base. We don't know what we want. Maybe that's why you and I always just sort of jump on the idea of we'll try it, and we'll see what happens. Also, we don't get excited until it's on our screens. So it's oh, Patty Jenkins is here, and she has rollerblades. I'm like,
yeah, that to me is the biggest failure of the KK era is going full DC mode and announcing everything. Honestly, I don't care what you announce. I don't care. I want to see it in the theater, and we haven't been to the theater to see Star Wars in 7 years. Well, 6 years technically, really, because it was December, but 7 years. It'll be 6.5 years by the time we see the next Star Wars, which is just a TV movie. It took 7 years to do that. It just blows my mind. And by the way, I'm not knocking Mandalorian Grogu like everybody else on the internet. I don't know why we can't like anything. I can't go on Twitter anymore, Brock. I'm going full you.
Finally.
I just every time I go on there's people complaining about everything. I'm like, do you have are you this miserable in your lives that you can't do anything but complain about everything else? So I just had to stop. I just can't do it. I'll go on there to for a little thing, but not. It's bad. It's really bad. Yeah. I sent you that thing about the Stranger Things season 5 when someone complained how would Robin know who Big Brother is? I'm like, you dumb people. It's not a show.
It's a book. Or sorry, it's in a book.
It's in a book. Dumb people.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. Just educate yourselves a little bit. Think also, before you speak.
It's a TV show. It's a TV show that had Moby. It's a TV show that takes place in the 80s where they played Moby twice. I know. I think twice. But no, at least once. And I'm like, this is not the right era. I'm like, who cares, Brock? It works with the scene. I don't know.
I don't. I think sometimes we have to just go full Elsa and let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
Odds?
Let's do it.
Possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Never
tell me the odds. Brought to me, James, Ron, Brittany, Brisket, and everyone paying attention later on by patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. If you like what we do, if you want to hear us talk about things that aren't Star Wars and things that are Star Wars, well then patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast is for you. Come and support us any way you can. We like talking about Star Wars and we will never stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Please support us. And those people that think we're very supportable are the following: Heidi Feder, executive producer; Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Sooner Thrawn, Dale Erdman, Phil Staniforth, Scott D, Josh Price,
Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, Cosmic Girl 02, Gleek Play 1, Den of Nerds, Disney Desi, Ron Prasak, and Jeff Wilson.
Thank you all. Thank you. You know what, James? I mean, if the Rebel Scum Podcast ever becomes a TV show, or
we will not reunite.
Oh yeah, we're done. You will be Pedro Pascal, and I will be Anya Taylor-Joy. No, I was gonna say it's if we ever make a real thing that is on television or movie screens, I think we should put Heidi Feder as executive producer, and I think she doesn't get anything. She's just in the credits.
But she's the EP, 100%.
I know she'd still be the EP. I mean, we'll get her a T-shirt. Heidi will get you a T-shirt. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's like Heidi's like part of the Rebel Scum universe, as all of our Patreons. But it's just like every time I say executive producer, it just makes me laugh inside because it's just like we're crazy.
There's a new photo from Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm not going to show it.
I saw
Pedro
a picture
Pascal.
of the ride showing the picture like a drawing, a concept art of Smuggler's Run, where you see Mando and Grogu fly by.
Oh, he's there now, right?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's fun. I'm like, why did it take you this long to do it? But okay.
Because remember, everything has to be in the sequel trilogy era.
Blah,
It's like
blah,
just
blah,
it's
blah.
Star Wars, man. Can you just have fun?
Cares.
Just have fun for a minute. It's Star Wars. Why do we have to like suck and stick everything in one era? I don't care about the era. I know Kiadi Mundy's birthday was ruined for everybody, but I don't care. Hold on, I'm trying to find. I saved the picture, but I can't find it. I saved the picture, Brock, but I can't find it. And it's, maybe I can't show it. Maybe that's why. Hold on. Everybody, I need you all to relax. Is there anybody left?
Ron's here. He wants
Hey,
to be the
Ron.
best boy.
All right, now let's see. Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, here we go. Mandalorian and Grogu brought to you by...
I mean, it is the Mandalorian.
There we
go. Ooh. Nice.
It's nothing we haven't really seen before.
Yeah.
He's sticking his leg out, though.
Yeah, it really, really points out that they're just wearing a full, like, onesie underneath that stuff. It's just like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like... I think growing up, like you thought like the whole thing was armor. It's like, no, it's like a chest plate and like the shoulder things, and then it's just like a mechanic suit underneath.
It's a Christmas onesie that I have to see every grown man wear from November to the end of December. I get it. It's just
looks good though. It makes me excited. Yeah. They just dropped this picture and that was it.
Yeah, I think it was on like Twitter. I don't know what the hell, Twitter. Gizmodo, our latest look at Mandalorian and Grogu sure is a picture of the Mandalorian and Grogu because everyone has a smart ass remark about it.
Yeah.
Like, gosh darn it, man, just go watch this stupid movie. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't even want people to see this movie anymore because they're all gonna hate it, and I'm just not in the mood to deal with people hating on this movie. If it's bad, fine, but if it's fine, stop being a little bitch. All right, never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Like, honestly, Star Wars fandom online is the worst. Mm-hmm. It's worse than wrestling.
Support our podcast at Patreon.com.
So, never tell me the odds. Ahsoka will be in every Star Wars production once Filoni is at the helm.
I mean, possibly. I'm gonna go 75%. I mean, I should go full Brock because there's like, I don't know if that's going to be true, but I also know there's a world where she is in everything.
Yeah. Between worlds. I'm going to go like 53%. I could see that like all of a sudden, like, Ron's at 4%. All of a sudden Starfighter comes out and she's like, I'm Ahsoka, I'm here. And then she's like the R2-D2 and 3PO of Rogue One, just like shoves in everywhere. Wasn't that fun? When they put them in everything and then they stopped. All right, next odd. We will get a sequel to Mandalorian and Grogu. Right now they say it's a one and done, but we will get a sequel to Mandalorian and Grogu. Obviously it has to be a hit. So let's just say it's a hit.
Yeah. Oh, then 100. I'm gonna go 100%. If this movie is a hit, like, are you saying like in the next 5 years they'll make another one, or just at some point?
At some point.
Yeah. If it makes like $4 billion or whatever, like Star Wars feels like they have to make on these movies, like
this one
will make more.
This one doesn't have to make much. It didn't cost. It's not going to cost a lot.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I would say we're not done with these characters by far. I'm for not being oversaturated in the characters, but you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna say 100%.
I'm gonna bring up my friend at work. His son, who's 13, never seen the show, saw the trailer. Every time he sees the trailer, he's like, "I want to see that movie."
Nice.
His dad's like, "Do you want to see the show?" No, but he wants to watch the movie. And I think when you get out of the Twitter bubble of disgustingness, you find that people like these characters still. They like Baby Yoda, Grogu. They want to see more. They're like, oh, I showed somebody else that doesn't care about Star Wars, and they're like, oh, cool. Like they were like, that's cool. Like they like it. So I don't think it's going to be like $1 billion hit. I think but it's going to make its money. So I'm going to go. Did I give a nod? 61%.
61. Nice.
73.2958.
Nice.
We don't check these anyway.
No.
And our final odd today, Starfighter, Star Wars Starfighter will secretly be episode 10. I think they should do it.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust. I should say. I was gonna say, like, I don't trust anything that movie studio says about things. They will make it at some point. Yeah. We know nothing about this movie though, so I'm just gonna go full Brock on this because I don't think I've done that this episode. It's gotta be. It could be either way. I don't know.
I'm gonna go full Brock as well. I don't think it'll happen. Ron, it better be. I don't think it will be, but I also don't see why it couldn't be. I say go for it. Yeah, I say go for it. But I also, I don't think they have the stones to do something like that, frankly.
What like movie franchise has done something where it's like, I guess maybe Marvel.
Stranger Things. With episode 9.
But like has successfully made a franchise where it's like there's a storyline in these bunch of movies, but then the next movie it's like it occurs in the same universe, but it's not has almost outside of the obvious like connections. It's like this is not the next movie in that era. Like I can't think of like a successful one per se. I don't know. Is that making any sense what I'm saying?
You mean like
I guess Godzilla is a bunch of movies that don't really need to rely on you seeing the other movies outside knowing that Godzilla is a big lizard and he destroys things. Like it's like if we get a whole bunch of new Star Wars movies, do they have to connect? Like they're not a continuation of the other story. I don't know. I guess Marvel kind of does it because it's like all post Endgame things relate back to Endgame, but like they're not necessarily reliant on you seeing Endgame. Like you mentioned the snap and a whole bunch of things. It's like it's not really a continuation of that story. I don't know. I don't think that's ever really occurred. I think we're living in the era where they're getting really into that mentality.
That's what happened, man. Movies have been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
We're there.
I'm still waiting for that train to come out of the tunnel. Like, it went in there, we all got excited, and then what happens next?
Did the moon got a ship in the eye? All right, top 5.
Did you give an odds on Starfighter being episode 10?
Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Full Brock. I went full Brock, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because, I mean, it should. Oh, Jaws 4. There you go. I would love it, but I don't think it would be. I don't. You know what, though? We talked about Stranger Things off the top, and the more we talk about it, as much as it would have been a smack in the face to the people that watched the finale in the theater and all that stuff. But like, how cool would it have been?
It would be pretty sweet
if there was like a spin and they're like, just so you know, they're actually like, it would have been really cool. I don't know if any studio streamer anybody would ever do that, because the thing that everybody missed that like didn't focus on was now Netflix is going to put this online without telling a soul. That's not how
Yeah.
things work. That's not how.
Yeah,
things
not
work.
with Netflix.
Yeah, it's like that's what everybody lost out. Like people would have known for real. So
Yeah.
top 5 Mon Mothma New Year's resolutions.
So good.
Mon Mothma New Year's resolution. My number 5, reconcile with Perrin. She's got to call him, man. He ended up being a good dude. He was a good dude. Call the man. Call him.
I was gonna say the same thing. Mine was marriage counseling.
Wait, when do yours take place? Because this could be like prequel, original trilogy, or post sequel.
I feel like it's a mix because it's like,
Gotcha.
I feel like it's mostly gonna be Andor because that's what's like fresh on the mind, sort of thing.
Mine is pretty much right after Andor. All of mine, yeah. My number 4 is rescue C2B5 from the Imperials. He didn't have a role in Rogue One. He was cut. I have his elite figure. Let's bring him back, man. C2B5, the black astromech droid, who is in Battlefront, the video game, but not in the movie. Rescue him. Make him friends with R2. Let's go.
My number 4 is protect the Bothans at all costs.
That's you know what? That's my number 3. I'm scratching my number 3. That's way better. Protect the Bothans.
At all costs.
I love it. Your number 3.
My number 3 is consider not wearing all white because you
Oh.
spill on that. It's a disaster. No one takes you seriously.
Yeah, I can't. I have to wear color like dark. Like I'm just like when I eat, I'm pure black.
Yeah.
Number 2, dry January. She's just got to practice dry January.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it, Mon. Like we saw how drunk she got at the wedding. She needs. She needs dry January.
Which number are we on now? Number 3?
2.
Number 2 is similar to yours. It's like just go dancing more. Like it's like maybe you won't. It'd be like maybe you dance a little bit more. It'd be
Find yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
New coping mechanisms, I guess.
New year, new Mon. That's what they always say. And my number 1, and this is the obvious one, probably your number 1 as well, and everybody watching, probably your number 1. Appoint Jar Jar head of the rebellion. Appoint Jar Jar head of the rebellion.
My number 1 is going to be I wanted to do something about the Death Star. It's like my number 1 is going to be switch the Rebel base off of Yavin 4. Doesn't go well. Or let them think it's Yavin 4 and actually go to Yavin 5. Oh.
How many Yavins are there?
I don't know. I assume at least 4.
At least 4. Minimum 4.
Mm-hmm.
Put a lot more thought into founding the horribly infectual New Republic. I will say one thing about Mon Mothma that really drove me nuts when Star Wars, when Disney started taking over the stuff, when they got rid of everything and they're like, we're going to focus on the sequels and all that, was every book, like Mon Mothma was like in a coma or like sick, and they're like, Mon Mothma is not in the picture. You're like, why? We don't know. You're like, what the hell's going on with my mind? Like they just didn't know what to do with the character. And then like Tony Gilroy and even Filoni with Ahsoka come in and they're like, we've got stuff for her to do. But like there's just like all those books like Mon Mothma's sick. I'm like, why is she sick again? She's been sick like anyway, that drove me nuts about the cat. And I was so glad, especially like Andor season 1, when they found a way to like make her prominent.
I swear, like, Mon Mothma was one of those characters in the expanded universe books in the back in the 80s and 90s, like, where you're like, oh, wow, there's more to this character than she just says that one thing. You're like... in like, the movie, she's a nothing character, but I think when you're pushing the story forward, it would have made a lot of sense for her to have you want to talk about things that missed opportunities in the sequels. Where was that character in this? Like, she should have been on Murder Planet, like, talking about taking out Murder Planet. Like, she should have been, like, Akbar kind of shows up, but she should have been there as well.
Like that's kind of probably a bigger missed opportunity than having the three heroes together. If you actually want to break it down.
Exactly.
That's it. Those movies are. I gotta hold on. I'm getting my refund on Apple. I bought it 10 years ago. Can I still get a refund?
I'm just texting Kathleen Kennedy right now. I'm just gonna say, how dare you?
She ruined my childhood.
How dare you?
She replies, Brock.
Where do you get the audacity? That's the first thing I noticed about you. The audacity.
The audacity. All right. New year, new us. We're back.
Yeah, we're back, baby.
We're back. Are you excited for the Jays' upcoming season?
Sure. We'll see. I mean, it's like you come hot off that World Series and you're like, we got this. Just don't change the team. Just keep hope alive.
There's the problem is you have to change the team, but you can't change them. Our good pal Daryl. Somebody asked him if he thought that the Jays would be back in the World Series, and he was quick to say, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, Daryl." It's a great thought. It's great, but you have to play 190,000 games.
Yeah,
and then you have to win 3 rounds, like rounds of the playoff. Like there's a lot it takes a lot, and it's more than just 2 other teams in it. There's there's a lot of teams that are going for that have the same goal. And I was like, it's a great thought, Mr. Optimism, who was a year ago this time. They're the worst team in the history of sports.
Yeah, the quote, I'm done with the season.
Yeah.
June 18th.
Do you know, he told me that I was making that up one time. And I said, "Oh, okay." And I did this on my text. And I did these things called I found the receipts. And it was literally the conversation was like, this team's terrible. They're done. I'm like, they're still. And I was Brock. I was Mr. Positive in the conversation.
Wow.
And nobody, I know Aaron was like, who are you? I'm like, it was the Blue Jays. I believed in them.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd make the World Series. I'm not going to be like, I wasn't clairvoyant. But I thought they were, but I told this to you before. I'm like, when they didn't get Ohtani, he was like, this team's done. I'm like, why? Everyone said that they could make the World Series without him. And then they sucked last year. Like they tanked. But like, I don't understand how perception changed because they didn't get a player who wasn't on the roster to begin with. Obviously, you're better with Ohtani. I'm not saying that, but like, the whole thing was weird. This is where like the pundits were predicting this a year ago for the Jays. Yeah. That's what I don't get is why people were surprised by it. Sports, Star Wars podcast.
I don't know. All I know is I got a picture of your backyard in 2 different chats of like the Blue Jays are here because I guess there was a Blue Jay on your bird.
I will say there are a lot of Blue Jays. 2 years ago, there was do Blue Jays get pregnant? It was the fattest Blue Jay I've ever seen in my life. This thing was like I don't think I have a picture, but it was like a little head and then the belly was just like you're like, is that a beer gut on this Blue Jay? Biggest bird I've ever seen. Yeah, there's a few Cardinals, so it's like St. Louis and Toronto having a field day. Orioles in the summer, they do show up from Baltimore once in a while, but
nice. That's cool. That's a cool thing about northern. Or I'm not gonna say you live in northern Ontario, but it's just like less urban parts of Ontario. You get way more like Blue Jays. I feel like they're like we don't have time for the city. Like they're here.
When I lived in Brampton, I used to get Blue Jays. I used to get them a lot in my backyard in Brampton. But we backed down to a park, so maybe that was why. But we used to get them, but not like here. Like here, there's like an abundance of Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like an abundance, yeah.
And in winter too, right? Like I feel like I mean, they don't go anywhere. So like,
the song says the bluebird here to stay or something.
Yes.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. It was a good year last year for Star Wars, I guess. This year though, we got a new movie. I
can't wait. I cannot wait. And also this year, we're gonna hit episode 400. We are 9 weeks away.
8, 9.
I'm like, wait.
Nope. We're 9 weeks away. 9.
Wow. Can you
So
believe
9 weeks takes us into April.
it? Sounds right.
Man, the year's flying by. It's already 2027.
I mean, the Star Wars movie's next month now, so like
It's basically we're almost there. We're basically there. I will say I cannot wait. Although it's warming. I don't know how warm it is where you are. It's been freezing here, and it's warming up now. It's above 0 Celsius. I don't know. In Fahrenheit, it's like 9,000. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's like I don't have to freeze to like go outside right now. It's
supposed to be warm all this week.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to February because I know that's going to suck.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm good. All right. Are you guys going to start taking a March Madness tournament? You should do a stream and go through your... We used to do that, remember? Our March Madness Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into that. We are doing, Brock, I haven't told you yet, but I requested that we be part of Star Wars Podcast Day again.
Yeah.
I should have told you about that. February 7th, I believe, is the day.
Yeah.
So we might pre-tape that one, but I don't know what day that is of the week. I haven't looked. But sometimes when you're part of a Star Wars podcast community that nobody knows you're a part of, you should partake in things.
Yeah.
Partake. That's a non-alcoholic beer. I think it's the 7th. It's a Saturday the 7th, so we'll pre-tape that. All right, yeah, we'll look into the March Madness tournament, which is also just a day or two away, is March. Moving through this year very quickly. Brock, it's your birthday in a week.
Oh, it's your birthday in a week, too.
Yeah. All right. That's all we've got for episode 390, 167.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Brock, you were always 6'7" scum.
6'7" rebel scum.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.